Good evening, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at techtrader.com. April the 20th, Thursday night. The charts of the day. Great day on Wall Street. Markets had a big run. Only the last 5-10 minutes that they back off somewhat. Big day. A lot of stocks we followed did well. Let's take a look at them. AKTX swing trade coming back with a roar. Looking like it wants to make some more headway. Obviously a big move. And then followed by a Fibonacci retracement of about a 0.382 Fib retracement right there. Filling that gap nearly, and then bouncing back in a 1-2-3 wave move. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to extend because there's not enough volume that, or at least the kind of volume I want to see, but if it does get any upside, I'm looking for 18.5, 19, and then as far as 22.5, something of that nature. Kimura's moving, and moving nicely today, up another $1.54, 4.3%. Volume not quite as strong as I want to see, so it might meander a little bit further, but I got a feeling we're going to look at, in a couple, 3-4 weeks and see the stock up near 50. 50. CGIX, after running up nicely off the lows, sharply, from the $1.90 area all the way up to 5.25 half area, pulled back in a falling wedge. Notice how it held near this spike high and then popped out. Today's volume of 770,000 was the best in about 3 weeks. It looks to me like it's going to make a run and test for 40.45. And then maybe 5.30. If we get through that, it's a $7 stock potentially. Data watch, nice day. Now it didn't quite break out, but if you look at the inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, platform wedge, today was a nice breakaway gap on 1 million shares. And it got up to resistance and held it near there. That's a good sign. If we get some more upside here, and it gets to 9.25, it's going to be 11.5, 3/4. ENTG semiconductor stock. Nice pop. It looks like it's accelerating. New angle of ascent tells me we could be headed to 26 short term. Now there's 2.75 days to cover. I want to point out this is the highest price going way back. Matter of fact, a new all-time high. So if this does accelerate to the top of the channel, 26 is thereabout would be a target. IMGN looking good for a low price stock, that's for sure. A steep pullback, we rebounded off support sharply. Just in the last week, it's gone from about 280 to 425. Now today's close up near the upper end of the range and through the double top has me believing we're going to see 5 and 6 pretty soon. 6.5 days to cover on that one. KOPN improving. You can see 4 days in a row up another 13 cents or 3.3%. Nothing huge, and the volume certainly wasn't. But if this gets above 422.25, I'm looking for 4 3/4, 5 or better. 6 days to cover short on that one. And LightPath had a nice pop out of the falling wedge, with an increase in volume to near just under 1 million. It looks to me like it's going to maybe test the 3 1/4 range and take a run at 3 3/4 to 4, my near-term target. MDXG, the swing, exploding up 6 days in a row and 9 of the last 10. Stock has it up near resistance in a range in which you may see a pullback consolidation, but my target remains near 13 at 12 3/4. And then 15 going forward. Only 32 days to cover short. Wow, what a squeeze that could get. New swing trade MLCO, after popping and pulling back in a little wedge, may have broken out today. Popped 46 cents, not a lot, but with 7 days to cover and a new closing high, you may very well see this run to 22 and 24. MVIS, follow through to the pop from 2 days ago, and yesterday's low volume pullback here, followed by a big volume spurt. Double top around 275. And it's had 274. We get through that. Look at the 3.5, 4 zone. 5.3 days to cover on that one. And Mazo Robotics, after the appearance of the CEO on Kramer, exploded today. 1.2 million is the biggest volume I've ever seen in the stock on a breakout day, no less. If this is the right angle, we may see this run at some point and get up near 48.50. 10 days to cover on that beauty. OLED popped 430 or 5.2% and has about 5 3/4 days, 5.8 days to cover. You can see it's at resistance, but looking at this as an angle of ascent, I think the stock has the energy and makeup to do a run that could take this all the way up to near $100 at some point. RMTI. Well, after coming all the way down from 19 and change down to 3 and change, this stock has really rebounded sharply. Spike up, pull back flat, kind of a platform, breakout, and today follow through day. I'm looking for a run to about 10 and a half, and then 13. 32 days to cover on this baby. Big day for SCS sets, breaking out of a base with a major breakaway gap. This stock might very well see upwards of 35, 5.5 before we get a bigger pullback. Watch for a follow through. 9.3 days to cover on that one. Shopify, wow, what a chart. Given to you way back in here, the stock has done very well in the last 10 months or so, and made it up from the low 30s to the high 70s. I had a target of 77. We hit 76.25 today. The reason for the 77 was the top of the channel target. But it could be accelerating. And if it does, it would shock me to see this get up near 85, 87 short term. Soda keeps going. It broke out of a ascending wedge recently, yesterday. And we'll follow through today, targeting 62, 63 range on a short term basis. Near the top of the longer term channel, and with 4 days to cover. SPPI popped the wedge today. Take a look at that as your wedge. Here's your breakout wedge. I'm looking for a quick test of 7.75, and we may get a run to as high as 8.75, 9 zone, short term, 7.7 days to cover in that beauty. Let's cue the target of rumors of takeover potentially, but today it broke out across the 4-week trading range, and all that's left now is to take out 18.17. We may be on our way near 21, my near-term target. SSYS follow through to yesterday's breakout move. Probably should be a swing trade. I would love to see a pullback or a consolidation in this area. You can see resistance at 25.5 15. You get through that, it's 28 and 30. 6.6 days to cover on that one. VEEV broke out of a flag today. VEEV with a beautiful chart. May very well be headed to mid channel at 59.60. Longer term 70 plus. And last is Vertex. We have a beautiful base, a breakaway gap, and now a wedge. The wedge was broken today. Stock appears to want to go. If you can get up to 117.65, 117.90 area, which it closed right at, you may see the stock move to one. My guesstimate is that the range continues 125 to 30 zone, maybe at short term. This is HB signing off. Have a good evening, everyone. Let's make some money tomorrow.